Hi, this is Mia Mudd, and this is my persuasive speech. These are my audience members. Audience members. Okay, here we go. You can stand over there if you'd like. How many disposable diapers have ever decomposed since the creation of the modern day diaper in 1945? If you said 0, you're right. 0 disposable diapers have ever successfully decomposed at the start of the diaper in 1945. Why care about this? Most of us will become parents, or are parents, and all of us live on this planet, meaning it's important to us that we're all good stewards and that we all are dedicated to making this planet a better place for the next generation. Personally, I've had 3 children. I've used diapers. I've used cloth diapers for them. I've used elimination communication. I've done every potty training remediation tactic that there is to do, and I can tell you that using less diapers is 100% possible. Today, I want to talk about how disposable diapers are a real threat to not just our environment, but also on a social and cultural level. How our capitalistic system is pushing disposable diapers on our consumers, and different ways in which we can lighten the load. Today, I want to discuss specifically how disposable diapers are harmful, how the consumer is being coerced into purchasing more for longer, and what specifically we can do, whether that's using cloth diapers, using disposable diapers, or using elimination communication in terms of remediation tactics. First and foremost, let's talk about how disposable diapers are harmful. Disposable diapers are harmful because there's way too many of them in circulation, and they get used every single year at faster and faster rates. According to the National Library of Medicine in 2023, 27.4 billion disposable diapers are used each year. That's 2,871 Olympic swimming pools. That's pretty gross. And additionally, according to Waterlines, a 2015 environmental journal, despite important public health consequences of disposable diapers and solid waste streams, policies are lacking, meaning that we have a surplus of diapers out there. And additionally, those diapers aren't being disposed of correctly. Disposable diapers are meant to be cleaned out, put into a toilet, flushed, and then re-rolled up, packaged in plastic, and then put in the trash. How many people have ever seen a parent dismantle a diaper and then throw it away? Personally, I haven't seen it. Additionally, the issue is at a social and cultural level. Our generation is described as this next generation is described as the anxious generation. And it's important to us as people who are in charge of bringing up this next generation to understand what's making them so anxious. According to 2012 Journal of Developmental and Behavioral Pediatrics, delayed mastery of toilet training skills is associated with anxious, depressed symptoms, diminished self-esteem, and a reduced quality of life in a child. Yes, there is a methodology and a study for everything in which we can validate certain behaviors. However, we see from practices like Montessori that children do exceptionally well given more responsibility. They develop self-esteem, they feel more independent, and we in turn, in empowering them, feel more empowered ourselves because we were able to work with our child to accomplish a greater task. Next up, I want to discuss how did we get here? How did we get to this point where disposable diapers are so common? Well, the original disposable diaper was originally a paper product effort to bridge a hole in the market. They wanted to fill a gap where they felt like they could make some money. So these paper companies turned into these big diaper conglomerates. Flash forward to today, the World Metrics 2026 report reports that global diaper demand is projected to grow 4.8% each year. And that's just in 2023, where the current diaper gross sales is $95,007 billion. Horrifying. What does this mean though? It means that big diaper conglomerates are making serious money off of the consumer. And we see this with different products that are coming to fruition every single year. there's greenwashing, there's luxury brands. And now there's even diaper subscriptions from certain luxury brands where you can quite literally go online, sign up for a diaper subscription, and every single month, without even having to think about it, are being sent 100, 200, 300 diapers at a time. Again, the key words here is without even having to think about it. As a consumer, it is important that we are making a thoughtful decision when we are purchasing. And the issue with Big Diaper is they want us not to think. They want us to keep buying so that they can keep earning billions and billions. So that their 4.8% can get even higher. How do we fight Big Diaper? What are solutions to the disposable diaper problem? Well, my personal story is my pediatrician for my own children. I brought my 2-year-old in to see her, and she said, "Oh, that's weird that he's not in diapers. You should keep him in diapers until he's 3 years old." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because he would have less accidents." Which led me to this study from the American Academy of Pediatrics that claims that early initiation of toilet training correlates with earlier completion but longer duration of toilet training. And in my own experience, I have found this to be extremely true. It is more difficult to potty train a younger child. However, it is more than possible. And we see this in other countries. We see this in other places. And we have seen this before the start of the disposable diaper. What do we do before disposable diapers? Which leads me to Dr. Bender. Dr. Bender is somebody who wanted to show more light to other solutions that there are, to other solutions that exist in terms of diaper remediation. So some of the solutions that we have right now are you can use cloth diapers, you can use half disposable, half cloth, or you can use elimination communication. Dr. Bender, from the Pediatrics Perspectives of 2027, describes elimination communication, or EC, as natural infant hygiene. It's a practice of using natural cues to recognize when your baby needs to eliminate waste. Yes, this does take some practice, but overall, when you are able to correctly understand when your child needs to go to the bathroom and you help them to do so, you're empowered and your child is empowered. You're working together and you understand each other even better. So let's kind of go over these main points. We talked today about how disposable diapers are a real threat environmentally. The problem is quite literally stacking up. And socially and culturally, we're seeing infantilism. We're seeing children not being empowered to do things that they are able to do at a younger age. We're also seeing how big diaper companies are pushing the consumer to not think about their purchases, to continue to purchase far beyond their time. And we're also seeing how these solutions of using disposable diapers, of using cloth diapers, that there's not enough education for people who are new to diapers, and they're just choosing whatever is being pushed on them. Some of these main points we discussed that disposable diapers are harmful because we're using way too many of them. Like over here, we talked about the 2,871 Olympic swimming pools full of diapers every single year. Disgusting. We talked about how they're not being disposed of properly. Then we talked about how capitalistic system is pushing us to continue to use diapers far beyond our time. And then we also talked about different ways that we can stop using diapers or just use less diapers. We talked about using cloth diapers. We talked about using half disposable, half cloth, and we talked about elimination communication. But our biggest takeaway today I want us to come away with is that using diapers less, using disposable diapers less, it always adds up. Thank you.